Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to today's vlog. So today we're gonna be doing a little bit of an unboxing for a brand new product that I purchased. Well, it's not a brand new product, but it's something new to me. I bought this product because I think it's gonna help me make my vlogs a little bit better, and if you're a new vlogger or somebody looking to get into vlogging, you definitely wanna look into getting one of these as well. Now this particular product is made by a company called Zhiyun or Zhiyun. I'm not exactly quite sure how to pronounce the name, but what it is it's a stabilizer that I can use for my camera to get some really nice B-roll shots. For those that are in the know, a B-roll shot is basically those really nice panoramic shots that you get when you're watching a movie or a video of like the nature, or just some like really close-up settings where they have some really still shots going like that. Now I bought this particular stabilizer from a person named Belle on Monroe, so Belle, if you're watching this, thanks again for the really awesome deal. Now I've been looking for this stabilizer for a long time. In fact, they actually don't even make this one anymore, so your only option is to get it secondhand. There's a rumor that you can actually still get this new if you order it straight from China, because it is a company that is made in China. So let's go ahead and check out what's inside. Now the first thing I'm gonna pull out is the stabilizer itself. Now I actually bought an aftermarket bracket made for my camera, for the Sony RX100 Mark V. Now I bought this particular bracket after I watched kind of like a review video of another YouTuber who used it, and I was really impressed by the way that this thing is actually built for the camera, because the Sony actually has a weird mounting point that's like right in the middle, but it's off-centered on the actual camera. So by buying this particular bracket, I was able to get the center of gravity of the camera to move closer to the center weight, or the counterweight. So this is basically it right here. This is the stabilizer, and what it does is it mounts the camera right here, and then you can kind of do your panoramic shots or your panning shots and kind of make sure that the stabilizer is keeping your images nice and kind of shaky, well, less shaky, right? That's the whole idea. So it's gonna look something like this when I'm filming, and then when you're actually looking and using it, it's got these different functions on it, like this little joystick here and some different modes and whatnot. So we'll get a chance to play with that a little later on. Also, what is included is this little handy dandy belt strap if you want to carry the box with you, so that's always nice. And then of course it has your instruction manual for everything that you kind of need to know, especially when it comes to balancing this thing out, because that's another trick in itself. Then it has another part of the handle where you put the batteries inside. So it also comes with a rechargeable battery setup, and it has this charger that it came with so you can charge the batteries, and then the batteries themselves look like this. So they have their own little mark on them. So they're a little bit different than your average D-cell batteries or anything like that. And then of course it has a USB cable for when you want to plug it in, you want to calibrate it to your computer, or if you need to charge it as well. So this kind of has two different functions. And then finally it has little mounting pins for you to connect your camera to the actual piece right here. So we're gonna get a chance to play with it out here on the beach. I thought this would be an excellent opportunity to try to get some panoramic shots and kind of understand how the stabilization works on it. So let's go ahead, head out to the beach and see how it works. Let's go. Now generally what I like to do when I'm vlogging is just kind of hold the camera with my hand and walk around, because that way it kind of feels like as if I'm talking to you, the viewer, at home. But here's the thing, if you want to get really nice B-roll shots and kind of get those really crisp panning shots where it's like stable and really clear and smooth, then you want to try to use a different tool. Now generally what I've done in the past is I've used one of these Joby pods. This is a pretty famous tool, or a popular tool with vloggers, because you can kind of mount it and bend these little legs in all sorts of different ways and mount it wherever you want. But that doesn't work for like trying to keep things stable. It does give you a little bit more stability, but it's not the best thing in the world. Usually when I'm done filming something and I want to stabilize a shot, I have to go into my Adobe Premiere Pro program that I use to edit all these vlogs, and I have to go to this thing called Warp Stabilizer, which is what stabilizes it as best it can. But then what happens is it gets kind of wavy and distorted at times to where it doesn't even work. So the idea behind using the stabilizer and buying the stabilizer was so I can get some of those B-roll shots to look really crisp and clear without having to use any editing software whatsoever. So let's go ahead and mount it up and see how everything looks. So my my plan here is to try to film the same thing 2 times. The first time I'm gonna film it just freehand, holding the camera in my hand without any sort of attachment because I don't have the actual tool that actually connects my camera to this since I let Evelyn have it for her GoPro. I left it at home because I didn't think I was gonna need it anymore. Then the second time I'm gonna film it with the Zhiyun Crane M stabilizer so that way we can try and compare the 2 shots and see how smooth the one looks with the stabilizer versus freehand. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just kind of pan across here and show you guys what the beach looks like. I'm not doing anything on purpose to try to break up the stabilization on it, just so you can get an idea. But we'll pan back and forth. I'm holding it as best I can to try to keep it as still as possible. Now you can maybe feel some shakes or see some shakes, but you know, that's how it is. Get some panning shots here of the back of the hotel. Now again, this is me just standing still in the sand, holding the camera and just bringing it across. And now this is me walking with the camera in my hand, heading back to the hotel area so I can go grab the Zhiyun Crane M because it's over there with Evelyn. So me walking in the sand, obviously you can see that the ground is not level where I'm walking, so of course it's going to be a little bit more shakier. So we're going to see if we can fix all that with the Zhiyun Crane M. Now this is with the Zhiyun Crane attached to the camera, so let's see, what do you guys think? Do you see a difference? There's that one shot of my feet panning out to the ocean. Panning back. Panning of the whole thing, of the hotel. And now this is me walking to the hotel in the same sand, heading over. You can see, I don't know if you guys can tell if the camera's stabilizing or not, but it feels pretty smooth, or at least it looks pretty smooth from my perspective. And right now we're about to head up these little steps, head over to where Evelyn's at. And, oh, geez, almost fell 2 times. Here we are. What do you guys think? Did you guys think it was cool? All right, so final verdict. I absolutely love the Zhiyun Crane M camera. Now, first of all, it's not a sponsored video. I'm not paid or anything like that to promote this product. I just think it's a really cool product. And if you're a vlogger like I am, or you like to just kind of get into it, I would definitely look into purchasing something like it. Zhiyun actually sells many different cranes for different cameras. I mean, for bigger cameras and for smaller ones. I like this one because it's very compact. I can hold it with one hand, and it's not something that's gonna weigh a lot in my backpack. Number 2, you can get it for a really good price on Monroe or Craigslist or any other like these secondhand stores. In fact, here in Malaysia, I've actually seen them sold in the camera stores, but I haven't actually seen it in person. I've just seen it advertised on Monroe. But I got lucky. I got a really good deal on mine. I was very happy with it, and it's in really excellent condition. So if you're definitely looking for one of these, go ahead and check it out on Monroe or any other type of secondhand website. Now, if you're asking me if I'd be using this thing every single day, I would say no. Honestly, to me, it's not the most practical thing to carry with you every single place, and unless you have like a large camera bag or something, which I don't. I mostly bought this thing so I could actually take it to car shows. In fact, I actually bought this to take with me to the last car show, to the Retro Havoc event, but I didn't know how to use it, and I didn't want to try to use it for the first time there. So I decided to go ahead and wait until we came out here to Penang to really get a chance to break it out and enjoy it and play with it and see how it works. So to kind of get into that point, I'm actually going to take it with me later on today when we go to Penang Hill, and we're going to go walk around a little bit. So I'm going to hopefully get some more B-roll shots. I used to really like doing that a lot, but honestly I didn't like having to spend the time stabilizing it in the program because it takes a long time. But hopefully with this, I can be a little bit more efficient, a little bit faster with it. So anyway guys, stick around for the next video. We're going to be heading down to Penang Hill, and then later after that, we're going to go back to Georgetown, try some more local food, and then we're going to have a good night. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.